Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be making a delicious crab curry. Remember, for all the ingredients and measurements, it will be listed down below in the description box. Now let's see what you will need for today's video. Here's what you will need for today's recipe. I will be using some oil, extra virgin olive oil. You can use any oil of your choice. I'm going to be using 1 pack of Sazon, and this is the bright orange color Sazon. In my bowl here, I have some green seasoning, and you can prepare your green seasoning to your likeness. And here I have some curry powder, and this is the Lala's curry powder. I have some masala from the Indo-West Indian brand. I have some accent, and I know a lot of people don't like to use accent, but it is up to you and your preference. If you would like to use it, you can go ahead and use a little bit, or if not, you can totally omit that from the recipe. Here I have some complete seasoning, tomato paste, and here I have some seasoning salt, chicken bouillon, and here I have some freshly chopped onions, scallions, and celery leaf. I'm also going to be using some Eddoes, okra, and baby tomatoes. And here I have some coconut, some frozen coconut. I bought this at the store. It's from Goya. It's the first time I'm going to use it, so I'm not sure how it works. If you can't find this, you can use a fresh coconut, grated and squeeze it to get the milk, or you can just use one of those canned coconut milk. And here's a look at my crab after I finish washing and preparing them. I have 3 pounds, 5 ounces. Now let's place this on the side and get started with the next step. To my bowl, I will go in with all my green seasoning here, and I'm going to go in with all my curry powder, and I'm also going to go in with my masala, and here I'll go in with all my dry ingredients, also my tomato paste. Now we will mix and make sure that everything is combined. You don't want to have any dry curry powder or masala, because if it burns in the oil, just by accident, if you leave the oil on and it's really hot and the masala or the curry powder burn in the oil, your curry will have a bitter taste, and that is only because you burn the masala or the curry powder too much. Now once you're pleased that all the ingredients are evenly combined, we'll place this on the side, and I will show you how to squeeze the coconut so we can get some nice freshly squeezed coconut milk. Now to my blender, I have 4 cups of warm water, and I'm going to just empty my coconut in here. I will first try one. Now after you add the coconut to your blender, you just want to close it, and we're just going to blend it for about a minute or so. And I'm doing this in my blender because I think the blender will get much more juice from the coconut than if I'm trying to do this with my hands. And that's all it takes, guys, about a minute or so. And now we want to strain the coconut out. So we're going to pour it here in the strainer, and I'm going to go in with my hands and just squeeze all the liquid out of the coconut. And when you're sure that you got all the liquid out of the coconut, you're just going to discard of the husks. And now this is what we're left with. So I'm going to place this now on the side, and we will head over to the stove for the next step. So guys, the next step is to my preheated pot. I'm going to go in with about 3 tablespoons of oil. When your oil come up to a nice hot temperature, you will add in your masala. And we're going to fry this in the oil until you see the masala and all the seasoning start separating from the oil. And this is what you're looking for here. As you can see, the masala is starting to separate from the oil. That's when you know you fry it up really nice and good. To that, I'm going to go in with my onions, and I'm going to go in here with my Eddoes and my tomatoes. I'm not going to add in my okra as yet because I don't want it to be melted and start falling apart. We're going to mix this to make sure that everything is nicely coated with the masala. So because I want the eddoes to cook and soften up a bit before I add in the crab, I will go in with about a cup of coconut milk or about a cup and a half. And I'm just gonna give this a stir and allow the eddoes to get a few minutes of cooking time before I add in the crab. So after about 10 minutes of cooking time and my eddoes are about like halfway cooked, I'm gonna go in with my crab. And I'm going to mix this to make sure that the crab is evenly coated with the masala. Now after everything is nicely coated with the masala, we are going to allow this to fry up for about a couple of minutes. I'm not sure how long. We just want to see if there's going to be any water that release from the crab. We want to make sure if they have any water that release, you want to allow that to dry back out before you add in your coconut milk. Now you can just cover this and help it to release that water if there is any to be released. So guys, after about 5 minutes or so, there wasn't too much water released. So I am going to go in here with my coconut milk now. I'm also going to go in with my celery leaves, and I'm going to go in with my okra. And now you want to stir everything together. After that, you're going to cover your pot and allow the curry to come up to a boil. You want to make sure to stir your curry every 4 to 5 minutes so that all the crab that is not submerged under the sauce can go to the bottom and cook evenly. Before we cover our pot, we will taste to make sure that there's enough salt in there. Now, you can use the seasoning salt as a substitute and add a little bit more to get to the taste you're looking for, or you can add regular salt to your pot. I mean, if you know me, I don't like to cook with salt because I find that all the seasonings I use, they have enough salt in it, so I don't like to add any salt to my cooking. So guys, after 10 minutes, I'm checking on my crab, and the sauce is nice and thickened. And now I'm just gonna go in with my scallions. We are going to allow this to cool down, and I'm gonna put some in my serving container, and I will show you guys the end result. Now that brings us to the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed for more videos. As usual, I want to say thank you for watching, goodbye, and I will see you in my next video.